Hey guys, welcome to our Take 5 moment for this week. And if you've been journeying with us, you would know that the past few weeks we've been in a series about family. And each week we've spent time talking about the different things about our families that impact our lives, for better or for worse. And while family is a really important thing to talk about, I know that for some of you, this whole series may feel a little off. Some of you guys had been here the last few weeks and all you've thought about is the fact that your family situation is just different. If you're feeling that way about your family situation right now, let me just stop and encourage you with this. You're not the only one. In fact, that's a feeling a lot of us have felt about our families, not just today, but even thousands of years ago. There's two guys. One is named David and the other is named Jonathan, and neither of them had a typical home life. David didn't live with his family. He left them when he was called to work for Saul, the king of Israel. And who was Saul? Well, he was actually Jonathan's dad. And as they lived and worked together, Jonathan and David became close friends. Now at first, this was no big deal because Saul, Jonathan's dad, loved David. But over time, things changed. As King Saul wanted to be seen as the greatest, most powerful, most beloved leader in Israel, but David's popularity started to grow. And to make matters worse, God actually appointed David to be the next king. A plan Saul didn't love. As a result, Saul actually began to hate David, and I mean really hate him. So much so that Saul plotted to kill David, and to save himself, David had to flee. He had to go into hiding, narrowly avoiding being murdered by Saul, not just once, but multiple times. Now, you see what I mean? Both Jonathan and David were in family situations they didn't necessarily want or expect. David lived apart from his family, and Jonathan was dealing with his dad, who was actually trying to murder his best friend. That might be enough to leave both guys feeling completely and totally alone. Like we said, not all families look the same, and sometimes, like for Jonathan and David, you find yourself in a situation where other people in your life feel more like family than the people you're actually related to. Your friends, their parents, a coach, a teacher, could be your small group leader, and even other members of your small group. And here's the interesting part. Sometimes God puts people in our lives to act like family. Maybe you don't realize this, but that's even part of what we do here each and every single week at church. We act as the family of God. We support and encourage each other because that's what God calls us to do. He created us to do life with each other, like a family. Even when he was here on earth, Jesus had friends who became like family. His disciples, the men who were his closest friends and followers, became the people he did everything with. They were as close as family, and as believers, they became a part of the family of God. And it's the same thing God offers us. Whether this is the first time you've ever been here or you attend every single week, I want you to know that you have a family here. You have people who will support, love, and encourage you. So now that we go back, maybe your family at home is awesome, or maybe your family doesn't look the way you hoped it would. Maybe you have no family at all. No matter what your family situation is, you have this family, the family of God, to walk with you through this life. And I might even take it a step further and say maybe you're sitting here thinking, yes, totally. I know exactly who the people in my life are. They treat me like family. I know who makes up my fam outside my family. If that's you, great. One of the best things you can do this week is let that person or people know you appreciate them. Shoot them a text, write them a note, or give them a shout out online. Thank them for making you feel like fam, and let them know you want to do the same for them. You want to be their fam too. Or maybe you're sitting here thinking that all sounds great and I wish I had those people in my life. But honestly, I don't feel like I know who they are or where I'd find them. If that's you, then I'd say this: bring more people into your circle. Think bigger than just the people you're close to right now. Think about who else is speaking into your life. Someone older than you or close to you who you can trust. Maybe it's a teacher, a coach, a friend's parent, or your small group leader. Maybe there are a few people in your small group who you know you can learn and lean on or trust to be your fam. Identify at least one person who you know could be like family and include them in more parts of your life. Spend time with them. Ask them to hang out. Open up to them. And I promise you that it's going to be worth it, because bringing more people into your life will expand your fam. And sometimes friends are more like family. And that's what we're leaving today with, is that God had this amazing plan. Even Jesus had friends here on earth that were more than friends. They were fam. So leaving today, let that be our challenge today. Let us either, one, identify who our fam is and thank them and appreciate them. Or two, let us open up our circle so that we can start to expand who our fam is. All right, guys, I'll see you this weekend. Take it easy and have a great weekend. Bye, guys.